mixtape tour hits Cairns. Are you ready to party like it's the 80s? Sing along to the biggest hits of the decade from Duran Duran, Madonna, Prince, Kim Wilde, Cyndi Lauper, INXS, Queen, Bon Jovi and heaps more. Dress in your best 80s gear and join us for a night of retro fun. Big hair, big hits, big memories. Don't miss it. Saturday, October 4 at Cairns Performing Arts Centre. Tickets at the CPAC website or rewind80sband.com.
Everybody.
How you going, guys?
How you doing? What a week it's been. God, how the weeks fly and shit happens every week, like without fail.
And I think it's sort of like the lead up to summer. It just starts escalating. Like you feel it like coming out of the cold weather and shit just everyone starts booking stuff and you can feel the end of the year coming and summer coming back, but you can like feel it in the air as well. It's getting warmer, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it is good. I can't wait to daylight saving because then I've got 3 more hours to walk around, in the daylight, which is good, or 2 more hours, right. I guess. But how are you anyway?
I'm great, thank you. Who are you again?
Sammy Hardon. That was great. You've pulled that on me and now I don't have the fucking song ready. Here we go. I'm going to find it.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
Here we go. Here's Jay Jovi.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Oh, yes. We're right across town from each other tonight. Sammy's over in the band room. I'm on the other side of town. It's just very, very busy. I'm about to start 2 weeks holiday, which will be very well earned. I cannot wait.
Fantastic. Well, I'm actually not in the band room. I'm at my family home that I used to live in.
Oh, you are?
In the 80s. So it's funny
when you
come
sitting on
back.
your childhood bed amongst all your dolls?
No. That went years ago. That was many years ago. But I'm in the spare room. My bedroom was turned into a bigger living room in the end. When I wasn't coming back home, they turned it into a living room, which is great. But, I've just been sort of out and about and doing stuff and it's been great. But you will have to come over on the school holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I'm hanging to go to drag bingo again. We've just got to go.
God, yeah, on Wednesday night. Yeah. There's a few good ones. We went to sort of drag. We went to like a drag bottomless brunch a while ago, and that was fun. Yeah. That's like down at the W.A.S.P. They do it at the W.A.S.P.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was pretty good. But there's a few events like that. But I love drag bingo. It's like you just sit there like a dumb shit and mark off the, there's like nothing complicated.
No, it's not. Never been complicated. That's why a lot of old people go, before it was drag, it was normal bingo. But anyway, tonight's show, we're doing part 2 of our animal special because that went down really well.
That's what she said. Certainly did.
And you've picked this set list and it's a ripper. Some of the songs I haven't heard for a long time and they're great. Some of them are shit, but some of them are great, you know?
Yeah, true. Some of them are shit. There's a lot of a similar genre too, and I want to see if you guys can sort of pick it as we progress, which is interesting, sort of all the animal references in this particular genre. See what you reckon.
Yeah. That'd be good. We could do that. Now, the first track we played was really an insect. It was an ant.
Yeah, Adam and the Ants.
Adam and the Ants. And do you get triggered by that at all?
By
Yeah. There you go. Oh, Piggy, stop it.
Why? Because I'm a fucking pig.
Oh, well, no, that band for me that we were in, I could not listen to the song ever again, you know, because it was
We never played that, but obviously that's sort of a reference to it.
Nah,
but
they went pure pop and pop, you know, what do you call it? The pop passion drinks they went, you know.
Yeah, passion pop. They don't do cool shit like we. Well, they got no bass player, and it's just sort of like
they got no bass player.
You know,
do you know what? There's a couple like that don't have bass players. How can you live without a bass player? The other ones don't either.
It's just weird. It's just weird. No wonder the drummers and stuff in those bands go weird. Like
they leave.
You know what I mean? Like you got the drummer all isolated at the back.
Yeah.
And then you've just got your front line and there's nothing sort of binding it all together, you know?
It's like a trio, isn't it?
It's weird.
It's trio.
Yeah.
Adam and the Ants, love them. I loved them when they came out. Very good look with this band.
The Dandy Highwaymen. And the reference, Stand and Deliver, is what I always thought it was what Ned Kelly used to say. I was sure that when they sort of came, when all the police came to get him, get Ned Kelly, and he was sort of like holed up in the shack and they were like shooting the shit out of it. I was sure that Stand and Deliver is what he said before they got up for their final kind of duel when they were all firing on each other. But apparently it's what the sort of highway robbers and stuff used to say, and in particular the dandy highwaymen used to say it. And the whole idea of a dandy highwayman, they'd be all sort of like dolled up, they'd be all sort of dressed up, even with like makeup and stuff like that. And this is sort of like in the fucking 16th century, 17th century kind of thing in England.
Yeah.
And they'd pull over the carriages and the dandies would like seduce the women while the others were to sort of like stop all the screaming and everything. The dandies would and it became quite a sort of quiet affair so that it didn't draw any attention. And the other blokes used to sort of like go and rob all the carriages and keep the men in order. And the dandies would sort of seduce the women and like flirt with them and stuff, and like half the time the women would end up like dropping it, like, you know, oh, I better go with him so there's no trouble, and fucking take off with the highwayman, and they'd probably all have their way.
Wow.
Sounds like a good time. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, not now you've said that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're basically being manipulated.
But it was sort of it was like they were manipulating these women, you know,
because they thought that they would have to save everyone around that problem, you know.
Yeah, and it was,
if you suck my
exactly
dick,
right.
it'll get better.
Exactly.
Everyone
right.
will be okay, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed really. Has it?
No, no.
You know what I mean?
Very puberty blues, isn't it?
It is very puberty blues, and I think the world is just one big manipulation ball at the moment with just
Far
everything,
out.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no adversity with opinions. Everyone's got the one opinion. They don't look either way or either side of their own opinion, and this is where we're running into trouble, you know.
Yeah.
Because just because someone says someone, what happened to sticks and stones may break my bones and words will never hurt me. Remember that?
I know. Yeah.
It's like, who cares what anyone
forgot about that
says?
shit. You
You don't fuck around with people, you know. But there you go. So we should get on with the next track, which is a ripper as well. Now, King Cobra, great choice.
Yeah. From a film called Iron Eagle from the 80s. You got to check out these guys. They were sort of when this came out, it was all over MTV. It came out in about 86, and for a film called Iron Eagle, about planes, about the Air Force and stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
And this was like the big track from it. But you've got to check out the film clip. It's got all the members of the band and everything, and they're like getting their hair done and stuff like that. Big sort of like hair metal look, very camp. You've got to check it out. But we'll give it a play anyway.
Here we go.
Oh, damn, hot! See, we got our work cut out for us. You are one sorry bunch. Take off your glasses. All right. Work, listen, obey. Then maybe, just maybe. Now move it. Move it!
Go. It's kind of like what you would expect from an Air Force film, and that's sort of Louis Gossett Jr., who I used to love from 80s films, and he's sort of like the band comes and he's going to whip them into shape, sort of army style, and they all get their hair cut, and he's putting them through sort of training drills and all of that kind of thing. I haven't seen the movie Iron Eagle, but this is like your typical kind of movie soundtrack song, like meant to be sort of motivating and uplifting and everything. Everyone was trying to, I guess, recreate Eye the Tiger, I guess. You know what I mean?
Eye the Tiger, yeah.
yeah, with that kind of like, you had your big sort of big triumphant kind of motivating movie song where like you listen to it and it was going to like make you run 100 miles and,
there's songs that sound like they're really pushing towards a theme and a style that just hasn't worked for them. Yeah. Because Eye the Tiger, when that came out, that was so exciting. I'm not getting excited over this one. This sounds more like Gem's fucking
It does.
Mates,
It does, yeah.
They would have been great for cartoons, but that's it.
Well, it sounds like that you got the touch. You got the power.
It does. Stan Bush. Fucking oath. Now, you can book King Cobra, believe it or not, in 2025. They've got their own kingcobraofficial.com, and you can write to their management and book them. I wonder how much they are. One day we should ring up and just get 10 shit bands like this and see how much they are to bring out.
Fuck.
Because some of them are still thousands of dollars, you know. They really are.
Surprisingly. Yeah.
But there's a market there. If you had some kind of a presence, because the music industry is going backwards at the moment, you can still make $1, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, very, very sort of cartoony for my liking. And yeah, trying to be Stan Bush, you're right, but not cutting it. It's like they've just taken bits and pieces. And I know bands that used to write their whole albums like that. Take this from Material Girl, take this from blah, 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 take this from George Michael. And you sit there and you go, oh my God, why couldn't you have just gone with your subconscious?
Written
you know
a new song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't you listen to music to pick up on stuff organically that it just comes out anyway? You know? Bizarre.
There were a lot of shit bands out there in the 80s, you got to admit. And, you know, like stuff, we do play a lot of stuff that stands the test, either stands the test of time and you've got like kids of today, they know it.
Yeah.
Or it's cult, you know, we play a lot of cult stuff and sort of underground stuff, but there's so much material from the 80s that was just absolutely shit. And this is, you know, probably within that latter group.
Yeah, that's right. But, you know, if you're drunk enough, you'll enjoy it. But the next one you've got is great. So we had a King Cobra. Cobra is spelt with a K, but it doesn't matter. We all know what they mean. It's a snake, yeah? King Cobra. Yeah.
So we've had to take a little bit of license with this batch of names.
Yeah, but they mean what they mean. You know, there were Cobra cars in these years, and everything was Cobra, and it was. But so it was tough.
It was like a glam, like a hair metal thing to do to like misspell words and stuff.
KK,
like Motley Crue and, you know, like
that's
that
right.
kind of shit.
Yeah, no, very 80s to do that, to use the wrong letters, which is good. You know, it was kind of cool. So this next one is, look, I'm just going to play it. It's a ripper.
Big cult following, these guys, Blue Oyster Cult. They were basically a 70s band, but they had their biggest chart success in the 80s, which is really interesting. I think this went to number one. This was their only number one. They had another song which also was like a top 10 hit, and that was also in the 80s. But like you'd know them from probably Don't Fear the Reaper. That'd be their biggest. I don't know. That's what I kind of, when I think of Blue Oyster Cult, I don't even think of this, to be honest, even though it was like their biggest hit. I think of Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah.
But they're very cult. They have a huge cult following that had a lot of influence on actually 80s glam metal bands and sort of hair metal bands, interestingly enough.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, one we have. I don't think we've played Blue Oyster Cult.
No, we haven't. They sound tougher than what they are. You know what I mean? The name's really tough, and then it sort of sounds adult contemporary.
Yeah,
and but the guitar riff is great, and then it sort of gets a bit soft, but. I know these guys are huge because you can buy their vinyl and stuff for hundreds of dollars and their CDs and stuff are still a lot of money, So they have got a cult following for sure, and I guess that's what they wanted in the end because they named themselves after a cult,
Yeah, that's
which is
it.
incredible.
Yeah.
Sometimes names really matter with bands. Like you might call them something and it just works, but if the band name's shit, it sort of doesn't. It's really important.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Because it's like an affirmation almost,
It's just like some band names like Jesus and Mary Chain kind of, if they have a really kind of cool name that just sort of rolls off your tongue, you kind of don't. I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but it's like. They'll get put onto a lineup because the name sounds fucking cool. People will have an idea of their sound and have an idea of their music, but they'll know that fucking brand name really well. Oh yeah, fucking Jesus and Mary Chain. Oh yes, Susie and the Banshees, and it's like most people, you would say name a fucking Susie and the Banshees song. And they'd be flat out fucking bringing it up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they would, absolutely.
But everyone knows Susie and the Banshees, Anyway.
The brand, that's right. Yeah, well, they always played on the music videos, and they were just, it was something you didn't look at just in case it was dangerous, oh, don't go near that,
Yeah.
And she was a chick and it's like all this stuff, but that was a ripper, that track, and a lot of people would like that track that listen to this show because we're playing a lot of stuff that you probably haven't heard for a while and you wouldn't expect to hear, And I love oysters. Do you like eating oysters?
I love oysters.
Yeah.
During the holidays, I didn't know you liked oysters.
Love. Maddie doesn't like them.
Are you fucking kidding? So he likes seafood, but he doesn't like oysters.
Won't eat oysters. Dallas and I will do 2 dozen each.
All right. Well, you and me and Dallas and Mika will go.
Yeah.
There's a place in Pran called Firebird, and they do bottomless oysters and chips. Bottomless oysters and chips. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it's
we'll walk out as horny as hell.
Yeah, I know. That's
I do get really horny after them. I had oysters at, what was that fucking thing in Beaumaris? The Lobster Cave, right? The Lobster Cave. We go there sometimes. Anyway, the oysters they give you at the Lobster Caves are the size of your fucking hand, right? And I had about 5 of them and I was really fucking off my tree and I thought, what is going on here? And then I had to think back, I've eaten oysters. It really does work, These were huge oysters. These were very big,
When you're sort of giving Maddie a wristy on the way home, you're like, what is going on?
What am I doing? This is ridiculous. Exactly.
Now, speaking of eating out special occasions, you had a special occasion just yesterday.
I did.
Haven't even mentioned
25.
it yet.
Oh, I know.
Oh, beautiful. How's your birthday?
Yeah, good. So my little nephew's 21 on the 15th and I'm the 16th. But I just found it interesting at this age. Like I share a birthday with Richard Marx. What the fuck's that?
Do you really?
Yeah. His birthday popped up. Now, when you used to pick me up with Richard Marx' plane, I used to tell you off and say you were menopausal, remember?
Yeah. What the
I used to go, can you fucking turn this shit off? What's wrong with you? But on
You're
The Voice,
kill
well, that's right. You're going to kill yourself. Is that what I said? Jesus Christ. I think it was the one where they go down the river. That's scary.
Is this the last time I'm going to see you, is it?
So funny. And then anyway, so I love him on The Voice. I think he's great because what you're seeing on The Voice's history of music, where these kids are never going to see the fucking history or the fucking presence of music because none of them are great, you know. There is a couple, though, that are very good. But anyway, I like watching it for the judges, not interested in the singers.
There are a few beautiful voices on there.
That blonde guy that he brought back, did you watch it?
Yeah, I did watch that, yeah.
He's very good. There's something about him.
That Mark's brought back or that fucking
Not Mark's,
the other cunt with no
Rowan.
lips?
Yeah, Rowan with no lips brought him back.
I can't stand him.
Really?
I've never been able to stand him.
Who? The kid?
Fucking no, Ronan Keating.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's rooting the chick that works on the show.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, they met on the show when he was first in. So
is that his wife?
Yeah, his wife, but he was married before that. But he now lives in either Byron Bay or somewhere, not far. But sport is awesome. I'm just watching it for the judges. But the thing was, I was just looking at things that were sort of come out on your birthday because at the end of the day, a birthday at this age is a birthday. Like I'm not one for parties or anything. And bloody Hounds of Love was released on the 16th of September and I vaguely remember
how's
it.
that?
I vaguely remember it and I wasn't sure and I went, oh, that makes sense because I resonated with it a lot, but I wasn't sure if I could, when we started doing because I've been thinking of the Hounds of Love. I love that song and I've been thinking of, there's a line in it that's really positive and stuff. And I was thinking, oh, that's okay. That's probably why I can do the Kate Bush thing because maybe on a surface level I did look into it a bit more than I thought, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that was interesting and we went out for dinner for my little nephew's birthday. He was 21 and I actually had my birthday was interesting because his mum passed away 4 years ago about the same time as Joel did. For you, we had that same thing going. I kind of just cried for her all day because I thought, you know, you should be here. You should be here for your son's 21st. And, of course, the new girlfriend just fucking hates me, which is awesome because I fucking hate her. And anyway, she didn't talk to me at the dinner at all. And we're walking away and I go to Maddie, fuck, she's a cunt, isn't she? And he goes, yeah, she's a fucking cunt. I go, but I said, babe, I'm a cunt too, but I own it. I'm first to tell you I am, right? This chick thinks she's not. And she's acting like...
You're not a cunt though. Like you are one of the most personable people. But it's like even if you hate someone, if they are able to be civil, you will give them all the time in the world. You know what I mean?
True. That's
and I've
true.
seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
But if somebody's being a fucking pretentious cunt, like you like can't do it.
Nah.
So sorry, but it's got nothing to do with you. She's a fucking mental.
Yeah, no, she is. But that's okay.
Anyway.
That's the thing. But the thing was, my brother made a speech. This is the woman that we can't talk about my sister-in-law in front of the kids because she's the new girlfriend. It's such a fucked up situation. Anyway, the fact of the matter is I stood up and said, fuck you, we're going to talk about her, blah, 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 and I got grounded like a fucking, you know, narcissist sort of reviews your fucking situation and ignores you for the rest of your life. That's what she is. Anyway, he made a speech and put Beck in the speech and it was really, really nice. And we're all sitting there going, what's happening? And I thought, she must be just about ready to kill herself, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe they've sorted that out because I really said to her, it's not your trauma, dude. You know, it's not your trauma. And we've got so much going on in our family at the moment that is like a little drama that you're making up because you're bored in your relationship. Like that's
you haven't got enough attention at the moment.
Exactly. And, you know, go to your job, do your job, have a wank, watch fucking bloody maths and sit there, you know. I'm not interested in that kind of person. But, so he was really – and you could tell it freed everyone up. Like there's like for everyone's mental health, if someone turns around and says you cannot mention your mother that's passed. I think that's fucking disgusting. And it's also mentally taxing on everyone because who the fuck are you to put that rule into our family?
Yeah, exactly right.
You know?
Well, look, I've lived it firsthand as well because it's like you would swear only certain people are doing the mourning and the grieving, and it's like you forget that we all went through this as a family.
Exactly.
And like we all went through it as a family and we all went through it as individuals. And I had my relationship with that person that you didn't own. You know what I mean? So
100%.
So I'm doing my own grieving and I can surely fucking voice it. And that's got nothing to do with you, just because of your connection to them. Like, who are you to fucking ban? Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. It makes me so angry because for me, it's like sort of history repeating. You know, it's mental, but yeah. But look, I hope you had a good birthday anyway.
Well, for me, it was a breakthrough, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
because he's 21 and the kid has just done so much for my mum and dad and both of them. Both of the kids are incredible. They've got incredible girlfriends, like incredible. Like they're just
great.
a good energy, those kids.
Yeah.
And this fucking thing walks in and it's like, what the fuck are you? You know?
Oh, fucking hell.
And you know what? I don't care what anyone thinks. You do not put someone's fucking children in the firing line and not allow them to speak about their mother because it is not cool. And it's a form of abuse. You know, it's abusive. No one gives a shit. Anyway, so that was really lovely. I was really surprised. I was surprised that but anyway, she didn't talk to me at all the whole night and I was like, as if I give a fuck. You're just not my type of chick. You're too insecure. I don't like insecure chicks.
Yeah, right.
All my chicks that I hang out with are fully secure. And they're my age and they should be, but so is she, you know. But that was my interesting birthday. But and then today I took mum and dad to the hospital to get dad's new exercise routine because he's sick at the moment. And I just keep an eye on shit, you know.
Yeah,
but, the kids are amazing. His kids, both of them, you know, the kids are amazing. They don't deserve not to bring her family or her memory out, you know.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Anyway, God, we've just rambled.
Hey, while we are rambling, can I do a little shout out because, Sammy Neal and Kirk Fernandez, her husband, our sort of listeners who will be listening to this, no doubt. No, they're not expecting. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I know.
But Tristan, their son, just won a flag. Just won with his footy. His footy team just won the premiership. And so there's beautiful photos of them sort of all online at the moment. So g'day, Tristan, if you're listening, this is a shout out to you, mate. Very well done. And love to Kirk and Sammy as well. While I'm here, Sammy, I owe you an apology. When we were talking, this is now overdue, when we were talking a couple of months ago now about we were dragging Noel and Liam Gallagher through the mud because of something that they had said about James Blunt. Now, the interview with James Blunt that I had seen was very heavily edited, and Sammy let me know I've got to do a what do they call it? Do they call it a redaction when you have to redact something or take it back? What do they call it? Retraction. When you retract, you've got to take something back. You know, when you say something wrong and you've got to take it back. Happens with me a lot. But yeah, Sammy let me know it wasn't the Gallaghers. It was Damon Albarn. Is that how you say his name? From Blur. That treated him like a prick.
Damon.
So it wasn't, they were talking about, because Blur and Oasis always kind of get talked about in the same kind of environment. And James Blunt was like talking about, you know, those guys generally. And he was talking about the Gallagher brothers, but then he kind of bounced onto Damon Albarn doing that to him, you know, on Jules Holland, and basically saying, I'm not going to pose in a picture with James Blunt and sort of trying to erase his memory and being a prick. It wasn't the Gallaghers. The way that this interview was edited, though, made it look like it was the Gallaghers. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but it was Damon Albarn, and Sammy is a big fan of Oasis.
Oasis, yeah.
And she swears that they're absolutely beautiful guys. And Sammy, I'm very sorry for dragging the Gallaghers.
Poor Oasis.
Kirk,
well, that was
Kirk,
I remember that
mind
conversation.
you, found it very fucking funny, apparently.
Well,
because Sammy was fuming with me.
Oh God, that's hilarious. Well, it was a good conversation when we made up anyway.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
it. But this is the thing. You can't fucking trust anything. Because like I watch a lot of interviews because I prefer to watch an interview than read some shit that could have been written by anybody. And especially if an artist is speaking.
Yes.
It's like hearing it from the horse's mouth. But you don't even know with that. Like the way things are fucking edited, you don't know what you're watching.
AI is going to just, I mean, there's so many AI videos on YouTube now. It's even the crappy posters that are going up. Hey, just before we go anywhere else, we're doing Halloween at Poker Face in Berwick, guys, so get your ticket. It only fits 220 people, and we're going to get spooky and dress up and stuff, and that's in Berwick, and we have a lot of people that listen to the show and come and see the band in the southeast. So come down to Poker Face on the 31st of October.
Poker Face? I barely know her.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's sort of it's like 10 minutes up the road from me.
Yeah.
You know, which is great. So
Poker Face would be a great name for a brothel.
Be a great name for a brothel or a Lady Gaga fucking cafe. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But I actually I don't know how they get their name. I'll have to ask them. But it's a
all right,
cute
let's
little
have some
venue.
more music.
Yeah,
It's
here we
gonna
go.
for
So
fucking 2 hours.
no, that's all right. This is the next one. Chameleons.
Do you know much about these guys?
I don't, and that's why the song goes for so long because I thought it was so pretty.
It is very pretty, and it's sort of they're an English band, but I barely know anything about them.
Yeah, well, it's very Hotel California funky. You know what I mean?
That's why I was surprised that they were an English band. Yeah.
Yeah. That beautiful guitar riff and a bit whingy, but I mean, a chameleon is like a lizard, yeah? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're those lizards that camouflage themselves.
Ah, so we can call this episode Scales and Skin because the last one was Furs and Feathers. So this is very insecty and sort of scaly and
scales
stuff,
and skin, and because I'm sitting here in the nude.
Awesome. There you go.
So that is a good title.
That is a great title, In the Nude. Scales and skin. Yeah, I don't mind this track. I mean, I have heard of the band, but I couldn't tell you anything about them. English rock band, like you say.
Quite obscure. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out which album this is from. I'm sort of checking it out. What's the fucking song called again? Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is the song.
Yeah.
I think it's from their third album. These guys actually signed with Geffen. A lot of these, this was a Geffen album. This was Geffen Records. We were talking about David Geffen last week.
Yeah, we need to do a special on Geffen Records. I think they started.
I think we do actually.
Stuff. Yeah.
He was a very polarizing figure. I mean, he did a lot for a lot of artists, but he was a very conniving person, I believe. He was very controlling.
Yeah, right.
I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
Just sort of like people that are in creative industries that sort of, I don't know, you expect people within creative industries to be, I don't know, to be kind of hippie-ish, if you know what I mean. To be kind
that's
of
why
like
they call them suits,
accepting and free love. What? They call them what?
Suits.
I guess so, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be someone. I mean, you can only imagine sitting there with these guys that would be, you know. Anyway, speaking of Oasis, these guys are a huge influence on Oasis, apparently.
Yeah.
And the Verve.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Smashing Pumpkins. So people love them, and I just think maybe they were 1981-ish, I think, so I might have been a bit too young. I would have missed this. I think Australians would have gone under the radar a little bit, you know?
Yeah, this album came out in 86, but they did start around sort of 81. I do find the sound a little bit behind the times. I find the sound a very even 60s, like 60s, 70s.
Folky.
It's very folky and they call it like dream pop.
Dream pop.
Sort of like it's almost like a little bit psychedelic, but like at least psychedelic bands had like really kind of challenging, interesting, jazzy electric guitar. This is just sort of like picking, you know, like this is just like chilled out kind of. Yeah, I don't know. And for kind of 1981 coming up to 1986, I can't sort of place it, you know.
Well, it is very emotional though, and this stuff wasn't really happening.
Yeah,
where you're looking into your own soul. It sounds like you're looking into your own soul music. You know, how do I feel? Am I projecting this onto someone else? You know, that kind of shit. Because that's where that whole, you know, like when we all started thinking deeper, you know, God, you know, when we all got to 15, 16, we all hung out with hippies and stuff. But you just don't know the parents of these people. Like I hung out with hippies at school and their parents were fucking hardcore hippies. Like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They'd have the photo in the lounge room of the fucking pregnant woman which is their mum, with hair all over their belly. And like, I'm coming from Clayton going, what the fuck? Who takes a photo of themselves with a baby? Fucking, and their pubes hanging out, you know? And I went home and you tell your parents that and they go, well, you're not going there again.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I used to find the weirds in the village and really find the weirdos, and it actually I loved it. It's made me who I am. You know?
Yeah.
Like my best friend Aram, his name was Aram, Aram, beautiful guy. We grew apart though because we just grew older, and his dad said to him, he said, Dad, I want to take heroin. And his dad went, right, okay, you can, but you must do it with me. We must take it together.
You must give me some too.
That's right. And it's how it was. And they did.
Yeah.
This is Aaron who came into music class on Magic Mushies and we wrote hit singles for our fucking music class and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And, so I hung out with
Isn't it amazing that kind of shit when you're young?
Yeah.
That kind of shit is like really endearing and actually like makes a person really interesting. But it's like they get to a certain point and it's like if you're still doing that shit and if you're still like that, if you haven't kind of evolved or grounded yourself somehow, it's like, come on, man. It's like the most, like we can think of like certain friends that just have not aged well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, they're still doing the same shit that they were doing back then, and you're like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. And the thing is, we used to do photo shoots at the funeral place where they bury people with crystal balls and look down the camera, and all that shit.
Fuck.
And that was a normal day for us on a Sunday, just to be creative and dress up as witches and stand around a fucking, graveyard.
Oh, we did a photo shoot out the front of my place in the nude around the car.
We did, but that was weird too. But we did with everyone driving to work looking like, what the fuck are these guys? I can't believe that. That was awesome.
Oh, and thank God you had the fucking sense to delete all the photos.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
my God.
I couldn't. I
Thank
think your life
God.
wouldn't have been worth living.
No.
No. I just deleted them all and made out like they just disappeared. So
Yeah,
like,
the memory card must have been broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone. Yeah, must have thrown it down the gutter. But
we mustn't have pressed the button.
Yeah, so some people come from really interesting houses. And I used to always gravitate towards them. And in fact, I used to feel insecure that they wouldn't accept me. And then when they did, my God, when they did, that was it. I was almost like a, surrogate daughter. I was I'm coming here next weekend.
Well, once they work out you're cool, you can fucking get away with anything.
Well, I don't think I was cool. I just think I had something about me where they tried to poke the bear all the time and try and make me cool. Like it was why do you feel like this? Because they were all psychologists. But I think because I hung out with psychologists, this is why I can see through shit now. And I really do thank a lot of those families I hung out with because I was hanging out with astrologers, psychologists, and all these people that showed you a different perspective, on life.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not so black and white. I'll say to your face, dickhead, have you looked at it this way? And they'll go, what a bitch. And they'll just walk away, Because I was talking about when we did New Zealand, Sanchez was like, his girlfriend was going, I want to go to Mickey Mouse and Disney. I want to dance in Disneyland. And we were talking about that
babe,
the other night.
I think the fucking audio's cut out on my end.
Oh, okay. We'll ring you back. It's all right. I'll ring you back. Anyway, I'm going to ring JB back because the audio's cut out. That's what happens. It might be Facebook. Let's go. Here we go. Hello.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
That's
sorry,
okay.
I don't know what happened then.
I think it might be Facebook, to be honest with you.
It could be. I think it could be.
It's just dropping out or something. But that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on with the new song because I think we've got one more song and then we've got a commercial.
All right, beautiful.
This is
and then
a
we'll just
great
really go for it.
song.
Then we'll just go
This
like
is a
smash,
great
smash,
song.
play.
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
here we go.
Nice one.
Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. In the starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels.
The Killing Moon. Echo and the
Interesting, this
Bunnymen.
song. It's Echo and the Bunnymen. Interesting, this song. It came out in 84 and it's very kind of like Morrissey territory. Like this is a big kind of gothy staple. Even though they weren't, they weren't a goth band. They from Liverpool. They got all the makings of a kind of goth band, or at least a band that goths love. But it's sort of very interesting song, like the balalaika, like the is it like a Russian guitar that's in the beginning? Like that's a huge kind of cornerstone of this song. And I don't know, they're obviously very influenced by Bowie. This is
Echo and the Bunnymen,
sounds like a Bowie song. Like you sort of, you could replace this with
the
Bowie's
early
vocals
Bowie
straight
stuff,
away.
Ground Control, that kind of thing. Yeah, totally. And it's a Bunnyman. Bunny's in the name though, which is
That's
good.
right. Yeah.
Echo and the Bunnymen.
Some people might know this because it featured quite heavily in Donnie Darko, Jake Gyllenhaal's big sort of indie breakout film. Now, fun fact, they couldn't, when they did the director's cut of the film in 2004, they couldn't secure the rights to The Killing Moon because it was sort of, it's been used in a lot of films. It must be very, very expensive to sort of get the rights or at least get the permission. And they replaced it with Never Tear Us Apart by NXS.
Really?
Within the director's cut of Donnie Darko. But it was also very famously used in Gia, about Gia Karanji, played by Angelina Jolie.
One of my favourite movies.
Oh, yeah, her big sort of breakout role.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Loved Gia.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad you like that film.
Yeah, here we go. So we're going to do another one. No, we're going to do a commercial now. Here we go. This will take you back to the 80s.
Mr. Hayward?
One day you're gonna get caught.
Hole proof under decks. Because one day you're gonna get caught with your pants down.
Have to return to your seat, Mr. Hayward.
Hole proof undies. I
One
loved
day you're
that
going to
jingle.
get caught with your pants down.
I loved it. There were a lot of commercials with hole proof.
Yeah.
They'd made great commercials. And this is the one where he's in the plane, in an aeroplane, and he gets something on his thing and he has to take his. But there's one where one guy's getting married and he can't find the ring and he takes all his clothes off and they're in the hole proof of his front of his undies, the ring to keep it safe.
Yeah, right.
Which is kind of cute, but very good commercials. And you wouldn't see them like that today,
No, exactly. I don't think they have sort of like underwear commercials on TV anymore.
No,
look, I wouldn't
they
know.
don't.
I don't watch TV, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't watch
Well,
TV.
Kmart do every now and then. They've got, people jumping around in their undies. But, in the 80s it was big, like, Sikkim Rex and stuff like that.
Yeah. In the 80s
Hole
it
Proof
was
did the
massive.
best commercials.
But like
I think that was Hole Proof as well, wasn't it? Sick and Rex.
We should do an episode and it's just ads. I know we play ads in every
we
fucking
should.
show
Absolutely
we do.
should.
But
Absolutely.
like the 80s was the decade for advertising. It was
Absolutely.
absolutely huge.
And it doesn't matter if we've played them before, we can still talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
But Hole Proof undies. One day you'll get caught with your pants down. All right, Here we go on to the next one. Great White. Love it.
Times are getting hard for you, little girl. I'm a humming and a strumming all over God's world. You can't remember when you got your last meal, and you don't know just how a woman feels. You didn't know what rock and roll was until you met my drummer on that great tour bus. I got there in the nick of time before he got his hands across your state line. Yeah. Don't work, it's all so cold. You're looking tired, you're looking kinda beat. The rhythm of the street show knocks you off your feet. You didn't know how rock and roll looks until you caught your sister with the guys from the groove. Halfway home in the parking lot, by the look in her eye, she was getting what she got. I said, my, I'm once bitten, twice shy, babe.
Oh, I had to wait for the chorus.
Took him a while to fucking get there.
It did.
This is Great White. And they had sort of like two albums in the 80s. One was Once Bitten and one was Twice Shy. Very clever guys.
Wow.
Once Bitten came out in 87 and then Twice Shy in 89. And that song was called, what was it called again? It was called Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Yeah.
Which was a cover, which makes it even more kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that's right. Good song though, like catchy.
Yeah, catchy. Yeah.
Great White being a shark, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Not something in someone's undies.
Well, maybe
Great
it was.
White? Maybe. I think it might have been.
Yeah.
Sounds like a couple of them bent over in that track. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, good song. Great White, there you go for our Aussies.
Another band. I don't know fucking anything about.
Yeah.
I think this was their big peak, these two albums, and this song, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, was their high-selling single. Let's leave it at that.
Absolutely. Doesn't interest me at all. But still a fucking band with an animal name.
That's
right. Great White. There you go.
Next one's pretty cool. There's a bit of a story around it. This is the Spanish word for panther, I believe. And they started as a glam band in the 80s, but really didn't sort of hit their straps until the 90s, where they became like a proper hard rock band. And really there were really only two kind of metal bands that crossed over into the mainstream, one being the Metallica and one being Pantera. And this is Pantera.
Pantera weren't religious though, were they? Why do I think they were the religious band? I might be wrong. I don't
know.
I'm thinking of Striper or something. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. But there was a hardcore religious band where they were just never going to get anywhere because it was all about, the Lord.
Yeah, right.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's play the track. Here it is now.
get my ice cream cone, baby. Go ahead, take a lick. I can't wait to take you home. Beat you with my stick. Look out.
There you go.
Yeah, really interesting history, Pantera. Like I said, they were sort of, they didn't reach the sort of heights of their fame and influence until the 90s, but they were formed in, early 80s, and they started releasing albums in the mid-80s, but they completely put their kind of 80s album, I think they released 3 albums in the 80s. They don't even list them on Spotify. They don't list the glam metal songs on Spotify. They had an original singer, a vocalist called Terry Glaze, who had that real kind of glam metal, kind of hair metal vocal. And they got rid of him and because it was based around 2 brothers, Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul. So the guitarist was Dimebag Darrell. You know the name because you know what happened to him. And then the drummer, Vinnie Paul. And then they recruited this singer called Phil Anselmo at the end of the 80s and the early 90s. And he had a really fucking heavy voice and everything. And they kind of moved into, they called it like groove metal. And it just had a really heavy, like a much heavier, more serious sound, and everybody soaked it up. Everybody fucking loved it. And that became their kind of definitive sound. So yeah, they'd released 3 albums and they don't kind of recognize it. They don't kind of include it as their canon. Anyway,
yeah.
In 2004, Dimebag Darrell was shot on stage by a fan.
Yes.
Like really, really awful kind of ending. And the singer, Phil Anselmo, had like a fucked back from all the years of touring and performing and everything. And I guess he started sort of self-medicating and got hooked on heroin. And it was like such a fucking... I mean, they are actually like a beautiful sounding band. Like if you like metal, they're a fucking awesome sounding band.
Yeah.
And yeah, really sort of short kind of successful period and then like very tragic ending.
Yeah, well, Zakkie Wylde's in it as well, who's Ozzy Osbourne's guitarist, who's incredible. But these guys weren't religious. Totally forget what I said. It was Stryper who I was thinking of. But we've just recently sat down and watched the Osbourne show again, Maddie and I. We did it Saturday night. And we've been watching the Osbournes, and it's just so good. But you can only do a bit at a time. It gets too much after a while. But... you know, Zakk Wylde was a big part of Ozzy Osbourne's band, and they were a good sounding band. But you're right, I think maybe too many people from different areas sort of didn't work. Like, you know what I mean? I just think they kind of struck gold. Like they found their niche. But yeah, it was just not possible to maintain it. Yeah, and there was so many other bands like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But there you go, Pantera, that's a good one. Because it's Panther in what? Is it Spanish?
Spanish.
Ah, there you go.
Pantera.
Ah, Pantera. All right, this is a great track. Here we go.
Shaking, breaking light. Forget his brain, it's bridges my skin. So what is wrong with another sin?
bitch is hungry, she needs to tell. So give her inches and feed her well. More days to come, new places to go. I've got to leave it, time for the job. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. My body's burning, it starts to shout. Desire's coming, it breaks out loud. Lost in the cages, the storm breaks loose. Just have to make it with someone I choose. The night is calling, I have to go. The movie's hungry, he runs the show. He's licking his lips, he's
The Scorpions.
These guys, massive sort of German band.
I like them a lot.
Yeah. This is a great thing about the 80s is you had sort of bands from all throughout Europe that were able to break through. You had sort of different acts and artists.
Germany became really hip.
Yeah, really
with the
did.
80s stuff, you know.
And it's sort of because, especially because Germany was really in the latter part of the 80s. Germany was really in the world's sort of under the microscope because of the ending of the Cold War, and I guess that Germany, you know, East Germany, West Germany was the front of that happening because of the Berlin Wall. And when this was all happening, Winds of Change was
Yes.
like a massive song. They were a German band. Here they are singing about, big changes coming, and the Winds of Change was heard all around the world. It was such a big hit. It's really sort of, Winds of Change is really a 90s song and quite different to the rest of, like, this is from 84. Very, obviously they had developed their sound from this point, but this was probably their first big international hit.
Oh, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Can I just give a shout out to all our listeners? Thank you so much for loving your animals, because we're number 134 on the Apple Podcast charts at the moment as we speak.
Oh, great.
You see our pink faces in the Apple Podcast charts. And
did you like your birthday photo I did?
Yes, but it's very retouched. It looks like someone but me.
Yeah, but it's meant to look like meant to look like Jesus and Mary.
Oh my God, I didn't get that. I'll have to put it up now. You've explained it.
Because you
we're
didn't
meant to be
reshare
Jesus
it.
and Mary.
You didn't reshare it, and I'm like, she hates it.
No, I don't hate it. I just thought, that's very retouched.
No, it is. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God,
we're meant to look like Jesus and Mary.
Oh, that's funny. We need to have sarongs on. Sarongies on.
Just of our heads.
Oh, I love it. Lily put one up of me as well, which was great. I don't know where she took it. It looks like it's at the Wedge in Sale. Well, it must be.
Yeah, it is. It's at the Wedge.
Yeah, because that was the only time I really saw her. But there you go, Scorpions. Love you like a hurricane. I love it. I think it's a great track.
Mm.
Here we go now. Now this is a ripper too. Good choice. Here we go.
Put you
RATT.
Pretty
Little
sure Maddie
rats.
and I went to. Didn't you come as
You
well?
did. Nah, I stayed home, but I think it was when we first started dating,
Ah, yes.
and I would have stayed at home. I'm just wondering, I may have been living in South Yarra. I can't remember. Depends on what year, but I wouldn't know
Yeah,
anyway.
you were living in South Yarra.
Yeah.
You were living in South Yarra then.
Bloody South Yarra. And
Yeah.
but I remember you guys going and seeing half your exes, and it was just fucking nuts, you know. Half the goths in Melbourne were there. They're a good band, and I think Tawny Katan went out with one of the RATT boys before she went out with Whitesnake. So she's the link between the snake and the rat.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Ah, good. Yeah.
So I think she was rooting someone from RATT.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to a snake.
They were very hot in the day. RATT were very hot in the day. We saw them at Billboard.
That's right, yeah. Maybe I did go. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maddie will
yeah.
remember. But, yeah, no. And they were pretty good, mate. Like, you guys said they were pretty good.
Oh, yeah, they were. They were. I mean, this was their big hit. They were very popular in and around their time, like within this genre. You know, the sort of they were rivals with like Motley Crue. Obviously, Motley Crue really sort of exploded. But yeah, if you liked hair metal, you would have known of RATT for sure.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Absolutely. The next one we've got, which is our last one, which is another ripper song. Let's have a listen. There you go.
I remember sort of like having their name written on the inside of like my folder at school.
Yep.
Like having just all the bands listed that I loved, and these guys were one of them. And they were sort of like, look, I fucking didn't know anything about them really. They were kind of like in that list, and you would have noticed like from tonight, they were in that list with like Great White, with RATT, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, all of Whitesnake, like all of those kind of glam metal, hair metal bands. They were very much a staple. These guys were sort of like on the heavier end as well. So it was quite cool to be into W.A.S.P. I think
and
W.A.S.P.
that was a tough name.
Yeah, I think
really
W.A.S.P.
tough name.
stood for White Anglo-Saxon Protestant or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was about wasps.
Yeah, no. You know when you say like it's kind of a diss. It's like it's saying, oh, I went to a party, it was just full of wasps.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's basically saying just like straight, like just saying like fucking straighty 180s.
Yeah, right.
I think they were like turning that on its head, sort of.
Yeah, and it was also an
Anglo-Saxon.
insect.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was very cool. They were very tough. And I think, was their logo black and yellow? I can't remember. Or am I getting Striper mixed? I must have a horn for Striper tonight. But yeah, no, great name, great song. And
they used to tour a lot. They did a lot of they toured with Kiss, they toured with Iron Maiden, Quiet Riot, they toured with Metallica. Lots of, they were always on the road.
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of these bands would have met each other on the road as well, that we've played tonight as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is amazing. But some great music there that you haven't heard before. Now, Simon from 3AW, who's a mate of ours that comes on the show every now and then, came up with a fantastic idea. He's coming to our 300th birthday, he's wrapped. He wants everyone to write in what they've added to their Spotify list from listening to this show and give us a plug on either YouTube or Spotify. What songs have you listened to on this show? Because we do play a lot that you haven't heard in a while. And we have had emails going, oh, my God, I've just added, I think it was Cracker added Jill Jones, not Jill Jones, Jane Childs, Mr. Jones to his Spotify list. Write in and let us know what you've added to your list and we'll play it at the DJ, at the disco.
Yeah. What songs have we sort of brought back for you?
I think it's a great idea. And then we can also have an episode about it and maybe ring people and say, hey, well, even if you're overseas, it costs us nothing to ring you. Talk about what your experience was with that song and why you've forgotten it and then what brings you back to it. You know, that kind would be really interesting.
Yeah, what was the memory from back in the day that you sort of like attached to this song?
Or have you not heard it before and you've decided to put it on your Spotify list?
Yeah. Good idea, Si.
I love it. Absolutely. Well, that's our show for tonight, guys, and we had fun. There's some more insects and some slippery slithers. Yeah.
What is it? Scales and skin.
Scales and skin, yeah.
Yeah,
a bit like leather and lace, you know?
Yeah.
Leather and lace. Yeah, it means nothing, but, well, it works. But, so we should do a couple of shout-outs. We've only got a couple tonight. I did mention Cracker. Cracker loved the Jimmy Barnes episode.
Right, Cracknell.
Bloody Cracker. Cracker's cracking up. Okay, so Cracker, episode 292, Working Class Man. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for the shout-out, much appreciated, and my kids love hearing the shout-outs. They would too. To hear your kids, you know, your name and you showing your kids love that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Hope they don't listen to the show, though.
We got another shout-out a couple of days ago from our old mate, Peter Larson.
Peter Larson. Hello, Pete.
From Sweden. Pete says,
Sweden.
Thanks, guys.
That's great.
Yeah, he says, thanks for an awesome episode. Jimmy is an absolute powerhouse. Just want to share a story from last year. Went to a small festival in Sweden in the middle of nowhere, approximately 4,000 people. Oh, I would have loved that. Last song before the concert started, or ended maybe, was You're the Voice. Here we were singing the chorus of an almost 40-year-old song, and in that moment we were all just one happy family. That, my friends, is the power of music. Take care and fuck off. God, good on you, Peter.
Fantastic,
you,
Pete. Gee, I hope
we meet one day, mate.
Yeah, I do too. Hope you don't think that's Jimmy Barnes singing You're the Voice. It's Johnny Farnham. But I don't think he meant that,
I think it was he was just
bringing the power of music.
Just thought of the story, I think.
Because, look, you could get them mixed up in Sweden. You just don't know.
Farnsey and Barnsey.
Farnsey and Barnsey. We call them
Jimmy and Johnny.
The same. Jimmy and Johnny. But what a great experience. That's the thing with You're the Voice. Now, we have heard rumours that there's a John Farnham theatre show happening. It's fucking happening.
There is.
Right?
It's in Sydney Theatre Company.
You need to audition for that.
Oh no, they will already have it sorted who they're.
Do you reckon? Who they're going to use? Jack Jones? He's 80 now.
Nah, they don't. They don't release those things unless they have like key.
Oh, really? Key people.
Yeah. My friend Mitchell Butel is the head of Sydney Theatre Company now.
Right.
And I sent him a message last night and congratulated him. What a fucking great season.
It's going to be great.
What will that? I think will be September next year that they're doing.
Yeah, that's
the John Farnham story. But very interesting. That'll be incredible.
Yes. Oh, it will be, and well deserved, and the music's amazing, and the whole tribute thing is very big at the moment. Like with the one sort of artist, you know. Newcastle, we're coming up to Flamencos with the Cyndi Lauper show. I'm so sorry, Sydney. I've tried to get a fucking gig in Sydney. I've been trying. I haven't tried hard enough, but I keep getting these other venues around Sydney. So feel free to drive up to Newcastle. But Newcastle has a fantastic music. It's a fantastic music area anyway. So we're coming up. We're doing Cairns with Cyndi as well, and we're also doing Darwin. I'm locking that in this week, I think, or next week. So we're starting Cyndi hardcore. Everyone sort of thought it was going to die in the arse, but it isn't. It's just Melbourne are a bit scared of it, to be honest with you. They're a little bit scared of it. Because who would have thought someone's going to do Cyndi Lauper, because she's such an epic athlete, you know, as a singer. But we did it great. And like Mud said, God, if we can pull a crowd in Gippsland, why the fuck couldn't we pull one in Melbourne? He couldn't believe it. You know?
Yeah, that's right. So,
exactly. We're sorting that out at the moment, but there's heaps of stuff we're working on, and Cairns will be up there in a couple of weeks. Jesus Christ, that'll be great with Rewind 80s.
Fuck yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. But anyway, there's our show.
Good on you guys. We're going to take off now. Thank you very much for listening, and please share, rate and review. Like the show as well. Become a subscriber by hitting the subscribe button on whatever platform you listen to us, guys. Best thing of all that you can do is become a Patreon for as little as $2 a month. For $15 a month, you get the extra episodes. We're going to be recording our next Patreon episode just next week. So there'll be fresh ones coming out to our patrons very soon. Jump on board, please. Big shout out to all of our patrons around the world. Thank you for all your support, and our subscribers as well. Good on you guys.
Amazing. And thanks for letting us chart again in the Apple Podcast charts. It's amazing. So we will be again back next week.
Yeah.
And
the comments, guys, that you write on
really
Spotify, Apple Podcasts and YouTube really help. So we love the engagement. We love hearing you from you on social media. But if you write in the comment sections, it gets to us straight away. We see it. And it helps with our chart position. So please write in the comment sections, a great thing you can do. And just share the love, guys. Like, share the episodes with any friends who, love the 80s or just who love music and love a laugh. Good on you.
That's it. And you can subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/the 80s Montage Podcast. I think you get 6 days for free to have a look at a couple of shows. And it's $15 Australian, guys. So if you're overseas, that's fucking sweet all. That's nothing. So you can get on and get the extra episodes, which are piss funny, and we're really doing a lot of stuff with that this year. But yeah, get on for free and have a little listen to a couple of them and see what you think, and then you can get onto a Patreon platform.
Nice one, guys. We're going to love you and leave you now. And if it's music, mateys,
or cool shit from the 80s,
we're going to talk about it.
Unreal.